Assalamualaikum and good evening. 400 civil servants from 18 departments and agencies were conferred the Pingat Perkhidmatan Setia or Loyal Service Medals at a ceremony held at the Sarawak Legislative Assembly Dune Complex on Wednesday. The medals presentation ceremony was graced by Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Abdul Rahman Zohari Tun Datuk Abang Openg. The ceremony marked the first session of 2026, honoring recipients from both states and federal government agencies in recognition of their distinguished service and unwavering loyalty. Among the heads of departments who received the medal were Samarahan Division Resident Muhammad Irwan Bahari Bujang, Serian Division Resident Caroline Cleophas Joseph, Director of the Department of Veterinary Services Sarawak, Datuk Dr. Adrian Susin Ambud, and Director of the Sarawak Public Works Department, Datuk Dr. Cassidy Morris. Also honoured were Director of Lands and Survey Sarawak, Datuk Awang Zamhari Awang Mahmud, Director of the Department of Agriculture Sarawak, Dominic Chungat, and Director of the Social Welfare Department of Sarawak, Semawi Muhammad. In addition, several other recipients were recognized for their dedicated and loyal service spanning 39 years in the state civil service. The Pingat Perkhidmatan Setia symbolizes the government's appreciation for civil servants who have demonstrated high commitment in fulfilling their duties and responsibilities to Sarawak and its people. The Sarawak government is targeting 10,000 students from higher education institutions to receive free laptops this year as part of its efforts to advance the digital education agenda. Chief Political Secretary to the Sarawak Premier, Datuk Fazruddin Abdul Rahman said, the initiative follows the success of the program's initial phase over the past 2 years, that is in 2024 and 2025, which benefited 20,009 IPT students with an allocation amounting to 61 million ringgit. He explained that the program this year has already commenced, with approximately 5,700 students having been credited with vouchers for laptop purchases involving a cost of 17 million ringgit.
Jadi itu merupakan batch yang kedua. Batch yang pertama kita telah laksanakan, di mana batch pertama kita telah agihkan pada tahun 2025. Kita telah agihkan kepada lebih kurang I think 5,000 plus 5,000 plus, dan pada hari ini kita telah agihkan lagi kepada 5,000 lebih, with a total of last year alone 2025 termasuklah yang menerima laptop ini sebanyak 30 juta ringgit. Dan pada tahun lepas kita telah mengagihkan laptop yang bernilai peruntukan overall 28.7 juta ringgit.
He said this in a press conference after paying a courtesy call on Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Abang Zohari at the complex Satria Pertiwi on Wednesday. During the visit, Datuk Patinggi Abang Zohari also officiated the symbolic handover to 5 students. Touching on the Sarawak Returning Graduate Initiative IGPS, Datuk Fazruddin assured that the program would continue this year.
Setiap tahun kita telah memperuntukkan 8 juta ringgit untuk program ini, dan Alhamdulillah setiap tahun kita berjaya mengagihkan peruntukan tersebut kepada pemohon-pemohon. Setiap tahun kita menjangkakan dalam 22,000 trip. Kata seorang boleh mohon 2 kali, so 22,000 trip yang mungkin dipohon dalam lebih kurang 10 ke 11,000 pelajar kita. Jadi itulah dah manfaat kepada pelajar-pelajar kita.
Meanwhile, Yayasan Sarawak Director Datuk Muhammad Junaidi Mohidin said the implementation of the Free Tertiary Education Scheme FTES at 4 higher education institutions owned by the Sarawak government this year has received an encouraging response, with a notable increase in enrollment, particularly in the field of science, technology, engineering and mathematics STEM. According to him, feedback received thus far indicates a positive trend based on current registration data at several state-owned universities.
Dan setakat ini maklum balas yang kita terima ialah sambutan yang begitu menggalakkan lah, based on registration that has been going on di beberapa universiti milik Kerajaan Sarawak yang telah menunjukkan peningkatan yang ketara lah ya, in terms of registration di dalam jurusan-jurusan STEM yang diambil oleh anak-anak Sarawak lah.
He said the development reflects public confidence in the Sarawak government's commitment to enhancing access to higher education and developing a highly skilled human capital in line with the state's development aspirations. Commenting further, Dato' Muhammad Junaidi said, in addition to providing free tertiary education, Yayasan Sarawak also offers various forms of education financing, including full scholarships and loan scholarships for Sarawakian students pursuing tertiary studies. In a separate courtesy call, the Sarawak Unity Education Fund, SUEF, has contributed 100,000 ringgit to the Sarawak Association for the Welfare of Intellectually Disabled Children, PERKATA, as part of its ongoing efforts to support the association's educational and welfare programs. Speaking to reporters, SUEF Chairman Dato' Richard Lee Se-Shin said associations such as PERKATA require greater support from the private sector to further strengthen their educational initiatives.
School for Handicapped. PERKATA has been here for 54 years and they work on donation to support the handicapped children and it's a very honorable job. Not easy, but they have gone through 54 years. And so our little contribution is to hopefully can encourage other donation as well.
They are working on self-sufficient. They self-finance themselves, but they do get grants from assistance from various federal.
Dato' Richard added that the contribution presented today marks the entity's second donation to PERKATA in recognition of the association's effort in providing education and care for children with disabilities in the Kuching area. Meanwhile, he said SUEF has awarded 31 scholarships to eligible Sarawakian students amounting to a total of 1.4 million ringgit. The 2026 Sarawak-Level Chinese New Year celebration will be held at the Borneo Convention Centre, Kuching, BCCK, on 17 February from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato' Ahmad Professor Dr. Sim Kui Hian said the annual celebration is set to be graced by Sarawak Governor Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar. According to him, the celebration will serve as an important platform in fostering unity, mutual respect, and understanding among the state's multi-ethnic communities. Therefore, he invited members of the public to attend and enliven the celebration.
And so this annual celebration serves as an important platform to foster unity, mutual respect, understanding among the diverse community in Sarawak. It reflects the spirit of inclusivity and harmony that has long been the foundation of our Sarawak strength and stability.
He said this during a press conference held at Wisma Bapa Malaysia on Wednesday. Environmental conservation efforts have been further enhanced with the launch of an orchid species identification application, along with the handover of 5 electric bicycles or e-bikes to the Sarawak Forestry Corporation SFC through a strategic collaboration with the Royal Malaysian Customs Department. Sarawak Deputy Minister for Urban Planning, Land Administration and Environment, Dato' Len Talib Saleh said the application represents an inclusive approach that involves the public in the conservation of the state's biodiversity. He said too that details on 500 orchid species found in Sarawak have been uploaded into the application.
Sebenarnya jumlah orchid spesies yang ada di Borneo ini ada lebih kurang 1,300 jenis spesies. Jadi dengan adanya app seperti ini merupakan satu pendekatan yang baiklah untuk rakyat keseluruhannya mengenal pasti spesies-spesies orchid supaya mereka juga dapat bertindak untuk menyelamatkan spesies-spesies orchid ini supaya ia dapat dipertahankan untuk masa-masa yang akan datang.
He said this when met by reporters after officiating the SFC Digital and Green Initiative From Clicks to Cycle, advancing SFC's digital and green agenda in Kuching on Tuesday. Meanwhile, Dato' Len emphasized that public participation is crucial in ensuring orchid species are properly identified and preserved to prevent extinction for future generations. And that's the English edition with me, Fida'iy Hannan Sahni. More news can be found in our official portal ukas.sarawak.gov.my and social media platforms, including Facebook and YouTube. We conclude the bulletin with highlights from the symbolic handover of free laptops by the Sarawak Premier at the Complex Satria Pertiwi on Wednesday. #Saluran Informasi Rakyat. Have a good night.